Since last time, I've done a few things. I have upgraded the cobblestone generator to tier 4, which basically just required some golden ingots in order to make it, and it has definitely produced us a bit more cobblestone than just the tier 1 version. And with all the newly acquired cobblestone, I have basically then just spent a lot of time sifting through it for a lot of new goodies, to the point where I had to make some additional storage just to store it all. So these are storage drawers, which just simply allow me to store away these items without having to have a million different chests. And they also have some additional uses, which we will come on to very shortly. But for now, we will continue on with our quests, and we will start off by creating some botany pots, which we can create simply by using some terracotta alongside a flower pot. And both of those items will require us having some clay, which means we need some water, alongside some dust, which when we combine then makes us some blocks of clay. I will fire the clay into the furnace to turn it into terracotta, and some clay balls in to create some bricks for our flower pots. And that is everything that we will then need to make the botany pots. And in fact, if I take a hopper and put it over the botany pot, I can create a hopper botany pot, which if I then get out a few logs, then create some chests with them, I can then make myself some very handy oak drawers, which I will place down there, and our hopper botany pot just on top of it, which will require some form of dirt or farmland to go into it. So let's very quickly get ourselves some biodegradable leaves and then take it over to our barrels to create some more dirt. And then we place the dirt into the botany pot and put a plant such as the oak sapling there just on top as well, which will start to slowly grow, and eventually the grown goodies from it will flow down into the drawers just below. I am going to very quickly make myself a stone hole and then use that stone hole alongside another piece of dirt to create a piece of farmland, and then place it into another botany hopper pot with another oak sapling inside of it, and I believe then that the farmland should then allow the sapling to grow a bit quicker than just the dirt version. But I have already seen that the sapling here has grown and has given us out an oak log from it. It will also give us out some sticks alongside some saplings as well, so I will put a sapling there just so it knows where to store it. And just like that, we have now automated our wood collection. Let's get a few more botany pots on the go then, which will require me getting out a few pieces of iron, just so that we can smelt it down to create some more hoppers. And now we can start thinking about planting a few different saplings alongside a few different crops. For us to get our hands on some different seeds, we will need to start sifting through some dirt. But before we do that, I'm going to pick up the iron mesh that we have, and then take out some diamonds that we have collected, and upgrade the iron mesh into a diamond mesh. And in fact, I also have a few emeralds here, which will allow us then to upgrade the diamond mesh once more into an emerald mesh. So now whenever we start sifting this dirt, we should get out a lot more different types of seeds. Yep, that is definitely a lot more seeds that we managed to get there. We also were able to get out a few different pebbles from that as well, which I can simply take, put into our crafting table to create actual blocks of those pebbles, and these will definitely come in handy whenever we eventually get into the create mod. Now I believe that the vanilla Minecraft seeds, such as these beetroot ones here, should just go into these pots with no issue at all. But these modded seeds here, I think they require an extra step before we can plant them. So if I carefully mine up a few blocks here and then replace them with some farmland, I believe I can then put in these different types of seeds and start growing them from here. So the carrot seed can just simply be brought out as an actual carrot, as well as the potato just as an actual potato. And then with those in hand, I can plant them into the botany pots here, and we should start getting out some of these different crops as well. It seems to be the same story with acacia seeds to make acacia saplings, oak seed for an oak sapling, and jungle seed for, you guessed it. But I think we will definitely need a lot more space for a lot more botany pots if we do wish to start growing a lot more of these different items. And that's us cleared out a bit of space to put some more botany pots into. The only issue is it is quite dark, but I do have a solution for that, which will require me taking out a few blocks of stone and smelting down a few more pieces of sand into glass to then create some stone lamps, which if I just dig up about there, we can then place a stone lamp into it, and that pretty much then takes care of all of our lighting issues. And there's a few more hopper botany pots now all set up for us. All we now need is a few more different type of seeds, and then we can have a whole crop rotation up and running for us. But in order for us to get some more seeds, we will require a lot more dirt. So I have set up this little hopper botany pot here growing potatoes for us, which comes down into this barrel to turn it into some dirt, and then very conveniently into this drawer here to give us some dirt out of it. And it's not before long that we do end up with some more dirt for us to then sift through and get a lot more crops. So there's some new crops for us with a lot more space for a lot more. We were also able to sift up a few new different types of seeds, bamboo, cactus and sugarcane, alongside some grass seeds, but I will deal with these ones first. So in order for them to grow, we will require some sand. And I seen that we had a quest here for snad, which seems to be a new type of sand, which allows sugarcane and cactus to grow a lot faster. And snad is pretty simple to make, just requiring 2 pieces of sand, so there's a few blocks of snad for us, and we will take them straight over here and place them into our botany pots. But I think in order for us to place down the cactus seeds, we will need to take them up like this first of all. And probably a similar story for our sugarcane seeds. Yep, let's grab one of those. So we can now plant our sugarcane as well as our cactus, with the bamboo just being planted onto the farmland there, and then it too just onto a piece of farmland here inside the botany pot. As for the grass seeds, I reckon that we just simply put them onto some dirt. I assume something like that, yep, just to then simply turn the dirt into some grass blocks. And I'm sure that will come in handy at another point. But I think that's enough about the botany pots for the moment. Let us now turn our attentions back to these drawers. So the drawers are great at storing a lot of items here and saving on a bit of real estate by not having to place in quite a lot of chests. However, I believe that through the storage quest log here, that we can maybe upgrade those drawers to be a bit more functional for us. So we will start off by making a drawer controller, which will allow us to connect multiple drawers together within a 12 block radius, and we can make this block up by using some stone, redstone comparators, a drawer and a diamond, with the only difficult item here being the redstone comparator, because it will require us getting some nether quartz. So I am going to make myself up a sword for use, then quickly kit myself out with some iron armor, and then it's off to the nether for us to go get some nether quartz. And I don't think this is the best of starting places. Yes, hello chaps, nice to see you all. Well, I have found some nether quartz, so let's grab some of that, as well as some nether gold ore, and some of this inferior ore, why not? Well, that's our nether quartz mission now complete. Let's get out of here. And we don't need to talk about that. With the nether quartz, we can now make ourselves 2 of those comparators, then combine them with our drawer, stone and diamond to make the drawer controller. Next, we want to make some network cables, which we can do by using some stone slabs alongside some iron ingots. And now that we have the network cables unlocked, we can make the storage network route, which will require some blocks of quartz, network cables and another diamond. So that's a network storage route then for us. Next, we make a storage inventory, which uses iron nuggets, network cables, and a dropper. So that's also a storage inventory block then for us. And finally then, we need to make a storage request table, which uses gold ingots, crafting tables, and the storage inventory. And that is then everything we need for it, so there's our storage request table. So to begin with, I need to find a home for the drawer controller, which I believe I will place in where this oak drawer is at the moment. I think I can remove these drawers and still keep all of the items within it, but I will remove this one just to double check that. And if we place it down, it does indeed keep its inventory. Next, we need to place in the storage network route, which I am going to place just underneath the drawer controller, and then I will place the request table just in front of it. And if I access this request table now, I get a crafting table up for all of my crafting needs, and if we had this network of drawers connected, I would be able to see all of the items within the drawers within this screen here. And all of the drawers are now connected to the drawer controller, but we now need to connect that drawer controller to the network route just underneath it, which we will do using these cables, although in order for us to do that, we need to use some special link cables. And if I place a link cable there and another one attaching to the drawer controller, that should connect them both together. And whenever I come into the storage request table now, we get up all of the items within our network list. And the beauty of this system is as well, is that I can come into the request table and just store some of these items that I have too, and they will go into the drawers that they have the item associated with, or create a new space within some spare drawers if we don't have those items already. And I can also now search for specific items within our drawer system, just to make everything so much more convenient here. Now, one final item that I want to make today is a compacting drawer, which we can create using some stone, a piston, a drawer, and an iron ingot. In order to make the pistons, I will require some more redstone, which means I need to sift for a lot more compressed dust. And then that is enough materials to make a piston, which is then everything that we require in order to make the compacting drawer. And the compacting drawers do have a very similar function to the normal drawers, where it will allow us to store items within them. However, if I place in, say, this golden nugget here, we now get up an additional function which will allow it to turn that golden nugget into a golden ingot or into a golden block. So if I now add some more golden ingots into it, I can then simply take out an entire block of gold, or if I put that back in, I can take out multiple golden ingots. And it has the same functionality with cobblestone, where it will allow it to be turned into compressed and then even compress the compressed cobblestone, which is super handy and will save me a little bit of crafting time. So all that I now need to do with our drawer system here is expand it out a bit and add in a few new compacting drawers, but that will be a job that I will do in the off time here. I think we have certainly done not too bad for today.